Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. The next video we're going to do is Big Larry forced him to be his prison wife. Let's get into it.
Behind him, rubbing the shoulders, dude to shove him off, like, man, go on, chill. Right, it went to that, to him slapping him on the butt. The days will go on, man, the days will go on. And this dude looking like a zombie. Normally, dude would fight him, like, man, watch out, move, but he don't. He just sits there, about maybe a minute of conversation, a Big Larry in his ear. They both get up, and they go to Big Larry's cell.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
So I'm laying down reading my Bible, and I noticed this dude keep on walking past my cell. Like,
Real cocktails, perfectly mixed.
pacing back and forth. So I end up, grabbing the sword of justice, because I'm like, if he run in here, I'm going to do that to him. Right? Now, I caught a glimpse of him already, and I noticed I never seen him before. So now in my head, I'm thinking, okay, one of these jokers done put a hit out on me. One of these dudes in this unit, didn't have the gall to come at me head on, so they done sent a crash out to come do something to me. So I said, okay, this dude run up in here, I'm gonna go ahead and put him down quick, fast, right? So the guy actually stopped right in front of that cell and said, is you Dante? When he said that, I clenched the sword of justice hard and I pulled it out so he could see it. And he was like, oh, no, bro. It ain't nothing like that. I need to talk to you. I really need to talk to you. So I said, what you need to talk to me about? And he was like, can I come in? Can I come in? I said, what do you need to talk to me about? He was like, man, I need protection. I need protection. I said, oh, all right, come on in. So he came in, I said, sit right there. So he sat on the desk, right? And I hurried up and jumped up, and I put the knife at his neck, and I said, don't move. So I started patting his pockets, patting his waistline. I lifted up his pants legs to make sure he ain't have no knife on him, because somebody has came at me like that before, that they came smiling and bearing gifts, but then they pulled a knife on me and tried to take my life. So I had to shake him down real quick. And when I realized he didn't have anything on him, I let him live. So I'm like, okay, what's up? He said, listen, Big Larry is trying to make me his prison wife. I said, what? He was like, yeah, Big Larry trying to make me his prison wife. I said, wait. First of all, who are you? He was like, man, my name's Tripp. I just got in here 2 days ago. I said, 2 days ago? He said, yeah, on Tuesday. I said, oh, okay, I must have been on a visit. That's why I didn't notice you come up in here. He said, yeah. I said, how you get into it with Big Larry? How did that happen? He said, well, when I got in here, 2 weeks ago when I got in here, because I'm from Unit C, and Big Larry approached me. See, what y'all don't understand, Big Larry work in reception. Big Larry is really, really good with filing things. So he worked hand in hand with the receptionist in the reception center, right? So he sees everybody that comes in. And unfortunately, Big Larry is a predator. Big Larry is a guy that likes other men, especially young white and young black guys, right? And I guess, you know, he just sees something in you and he try to go for it. And I guess he put down on him by giving him 2 bags of Doritos and demanded something else. So I'm like, what happened? He said, well, so when I was in Unit C, you know, this guy came to me. It wasn't Larry, but this guy came to me, and he had like a care package that had like 3 honey buns, 3 bags of Doritos, 3 Pepsis, 3 summer sausages, you know, deodorant, shampoo, lotion, Vaseline. And I'm like, who is this coming from? And the guy that gave it to me was like, you know, this dude named Larry said, you know, he looking out for you. He think that you his family or whatever. So I just accepted. I took it. And yeah, I ate the food and I was using the stuff. And I still didn't know who this dude was. And then the next day he walks into my cell and he tell me like, yo, I was the one that sent you that stuff and I'm looking out for you. And, you know, you need anything, just holler at me. And, you know, I did kind of think that was strange because I didn't know him. But at the same time, I was grateful because, you know, I don't got no money. I don't got nobody looking out for me or anything. And, you know, but long story short, man, I'm here in the yard unit now, and I didn't know that he was here. I said, oof. I said, wait, time out. How did you even get put over here? He said, well, just one day, Tuesday morning, they told me to wrap it up, and they transferred me over here. And I said, yeah, Larry must have had something to do with that.
And the thing is, y'all, in prison, some of these inmates have, you know, connections with guards or rock with certain guards, and so then they will, you know, do things that they want them to do. So if they want somebody to move over in their unit, it doesn't even have to be necessarily connected to this. It could be that, you know, as y'all have heard me talk about, the boy and his grandmother. I mean, not the boy and his grandmother. The mom's ex-boyfriend and the son, where I stated that, how they even stated as well too, that you know, they were some type of way connected, like told them that, oh, I used to date his mom or whatever, and was able to get him moved over there to the same unit. So it's the same thing like this. There's no telling what Larry told them, but Larry probably didn't even have to tell them much, because they already know how he programmed, and some guards is just okay with it, which is crazy. But and he probably could have went to a certain guard and said, hey, ooh, I like such and such, send him over here with me, you know. So let's continue.
So he said, well, what I supposed to do? I said, well, this is how this will have to go. First, we're going to have to work out, you know, what he gave you. And he gave you a lot of items. But I already know how dude get down. He don't want no commissary. He wants you. So this is what we going to do. You said you ain't got no people outside just going to help you, right? He like, what you mean help? I said, well, I charge for what I do. He was like, man, I'll do anything for you, man. I'll do anything for you. I said, nah, I got enough soldiers. But, you don't got nobody sending you no type of money? Because I charge $100 a week for protection. And he was like, no, man, I don't got nobody, man. Nobody. I said, what did you do to get in here?
This season, White Claws open a $1 million bar tab. Buy a White Claws, upload your receipt, and put it on our tab.
Because I'm curious. You know, I'm curious. I'm talking to y'all in the audience. I'm curious. Because he was this tall, lanky, skinny guy. Looked like a nerd, right? And I was just curious, what did he do before I even consider, you know, giving this dude any type of protection. So he went on into the story, and he tell me, like, look, he said that him and this girl moved into these apartments, and he said that, you know, this girl is real attractive. So he said, you know, naturally, you know, the dudes in that apartment complex, they'd be looking at her. First it was looks, then it was whistles, then it was, you know, trying to holler at her. And he said it got to a point where it was, you know, she couldn't even go to the mailbox without dudes, you know, trying to get at her. So he said one day, you know, they went to the pool, and it's these three guys that always just kept gawking at her, just kept didn't even look, turn away. And then he said when he was out there, you know, in the pool with her, and she got out to, you know, get on the chair to sunbathe, this dude was like, man, she got some ASS or whatever. And he said that, you know, he checked him like, yo, that's my girl, dude. You know that's my girl. Chill out. And the dude, he said for whatever reason, you know, because he had his two homeboys, you know, pressed the issue, was like, man, F that, man, I can F her better than you and all this and that, right? So he said that he started walking towards the dude, and the other two guys got behind like, what? So he said, okay, y'all got it, right? So he told him and his girl, come on, let's go. So he said, nevertheless, they get to the house, and he tell her, like, man, you gonna have to start covering up or something, man, because I'm gonna end up hurt one of these dudes. So the chick tell him, like, man, I don't care about them. Yes, I got a nice body and I'm shapely, but I don't want them. I want you. You can't tell me how to dress.
And that's one of the problems right there. You cannot be telling her how to dress or what to do. You know, obviously you with her because she's attractive and whatnot. So other people are gonna probably also believe that she's attractive as well too. So, you know what I'm saying? You think you the only one that's gonna think she's attractive, and why would you think that she's attractive if you're the only one that thinks she is? What? To me that don't make no sense. I've seen so many situations like that. To me that don't make any sense. Put that in the comments if y'all think that you know that makes sense for you to be the only person attracted to the person that you're talking to. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't even be. So other people are going to be naturally attracted to the person that you're talking to. But I know a lot of people can't even handle it when they have like a pretty chick and knowing that other people are going to be attracted to their chick, and then all of a sudden they want to lash out and all that. To me, that's crazy. But let's continue.
Man. And he was like, man, you causing me issues, man. And she was like, I ain't causing you nothing, man. I can't help the way I look. So they argued for days, y'all, for about 5 days. So she says, man, I'm about to go to the pool. And he was like, no, you ain't going to the pool, man. She was like, for what? And he was like, no, because it's keep becoming an issue, man. Every time you go outside, it's an issue. So she was like, hey, I'm not no damn prisoner, man. I'm going to go out and go enjoy the pool. So she go get in the pool, right? He can see the pool area from his apartment window. So he sees her, he's watching her go down there to the pool, right? And there's a couple guys down there. And then they see 2 other guys that he got into it with 5 days ago, right? Walking towards the pool. So he just watching. And then he see his girl get out the pool, and she's sitting poolside. And 2 of the guys is talking to her. Now it's like 4 guys right there that's talking to her, right? So he said, you know, his blood was boiling, and he was like, man, I'm tired of these dudes. I'm so tired of these dudes. So he said he went into his dresser drawer and grabbed that 380. So
he about to cause a mistake. He about to make a mistake. But let's continue. You got to be able to have your emotions more in check.
he said he grabbed his book bag, put the 380 in there, had the clip in there, had it racked, everything ready to go. Nevertheless, he goes downstairs and he started walking to the pool area. So then there's a guy just walking past and he was like, yeah, your girl out. And the dude, he said, what? And the dude just kept walking and was kind of laughing. So this made him even mad. So he unzipped the book bag, right? And he put the 380 like in his waistband. So he get to the pool area and his girl get up and start walking towards him. And he like, well, what's going on? And she was like, it's nothing. We just talking. And he was like, talking? What do you mean y'all just talking? I told you don't be saying nothing to them. She was like, man, it's not like that. So one of the guys get up and like, hey man, hey, I told you need to be with a real one. You need to be with a real one, man. F that dude, man. You can come stay with me. He said,
yeah, that dude, he should not have said that. That's just enticing and aggravating somebody to do something crazy. But dude should also have his emotions in check as well too. Let's continue.
When he heard that, all he seen was red. He said everything went deaf and all he could see is red.
Incredible but true. With just a water bottle, you can create an automatic drip irrigation system. Anyone with plant...
He said all he know is he heard like his girl saying, no, don't do it. Right? And the other guy like, man, pull it. He said he had an out-of-body experience, y'all. And he said he got the blowing. When he came to, he realized like, oh, and he took off running. He not only did he hit the guy that, you know, I guess, I don't know, wanted to be super hard, super tough. Not only that he hit him, but he hit two other people that had nothing to do with this situation, y'all. Nobody lost their life. Thank God. Nobody lost their life. But one of these people that got hit, well, they end up getting paralyzed from the neck down. When everybody was running, one of the bullets struck somebody in their vertebrae, right in their back, paralyzed them for life. So now he's in here with us, with me, asking for protection from Big Larry. They gave this boy 48 years, y'all. 48 summers, 48 winters, 48 spring times, 48 falls, 48 calendar years for what he did. So there should be no surprise, y'all, 8 calendar years for what he did. So there should be no surprise, y'all, that baby girl.
48 years, 48 everything. 48 summers, 48 winters, 48 springs, 48 summers, 48 everything.
That he buzzed for, she left him. She left him literally, she really checked out that day.
She left him. The woman that he did all this for, she checked out immediately that day. Insane. Let's continue.
testified on him.
Testified against him. Wow.
Got a Tripp. But anyway, so I'm like, dang. I said, okay, well, all right, whatever. So I said, man, listen, you ain't got nobody that can send you some money? He was like, no, man, I don't. I don't. But I'll do anything for you, man. I'll do anything for you. I said, listen, you took it, man. You did it. I mean, that's that man prison hustle. You know, that's what he do. But I mean, at the same time, you didn't know.
But another thing, and Dante's gonna say it here in a moment too. Another thing is that nobody's just giving you nothing for free. You know, that's very unlikely. You know what I'm saying? 98 to 99% of the time, they want something out of it. So you should know better than to take something from somebody. Let's continue.
He's like, yeah, bro. So, I mean, what should I do? What should I do? I need your protection. I said, listen, honestly, I don't work that way, man. I got a team that I got to feed. It ain't just me. You know, if it was just me, then, I mean, I'm sure I can find something for you to do. You know, cleaning my cell, you know, if you could cook, making my food, you know, whatever. But it's just not me, man. I got a crew that, you know, they need to get straight to. I don't know, bro. I don't know it. So I said, listen, you got any money on you? Any type of money? Anything? Any commissary? He said, yeah. I got like $40 or whatever. I said, okay. I'll tell you what. I can't protect you, but I can give you something. He said, give me what? I said, send me $20, right? Send me $20, and I'm gonna get you a knife. He was like, a knife? I said, yeah, because I can't do nothing for you. He was like, man, but I said, listen, I'm gonna get you a knife, and what you do with it is gonna determine how the rest of your bid is gonna be, man. You got 45 years. You got 45 years. There's no cameras in the shower. There's no cameras right here under these stairs. When Big Larry go to the shower, go hit him up. Go hit him up. When Big Larry, when we going out to the yard and coming from the yard, man, there's no cameras right there where the door at, where the stairs at. Hit him up.
Never, ever sue the driver who crashed into you after a car accident. There's a better way to get compensated that's faster.
He was like, nah, man, I don't think I can do that, man.
But it was so easy to grab that push button machine when he was at home and go downstairs and push buttons on that push button machine for that woman that he was so in love with. But now, because you're in prison and there's no push button machines, all of a sudden now you can't do nothing. Because in prison, all there is sword of justices. People got to stop with these push button machines, because it ain't no push button machines in the penitentiary. It's only sword of justices in your hands. And the thing is, nobody know how to use their hands no more. People are just so quick to pick up a push button machine and make it so easy for themselves. And you don't realize you ain't making it easy for yourself, because when you go to the penitentiary, there is no push button machines that you have access to. It's only sword of justices in your hands. And nobody know how to use their hands no more. And nobody knows how to use a sword of justice no more. And nobody don't know how to talk no more. Let's continue.
I don't think I can do that, man. I never, man, prior to me, shooting them dudes, man, I never really been into no real altercations, man. I can't stab him, man. I said, man, listen, you are in prison, dude. You got 45 years. What you mean you can't? Let me tell you something. I can't do nothing for you. I can't do nothing. Matter of fact, get out my cell. Because you seem like you the type that'll tell the guards that, oh, I got the knife from Dante. Dante gave me the knife. I said, get up out my cell, man. Don't ever come back or I'm going to do something to you. So he was like, but bro, it ain't like that. I just need your help. I said, get the fuck out my cell before I kill you. So he got up and he walked out the cell. Now, I know some of y'all cats out there going to be like, oh, Dante, that was wrong, man. Why you ain't protect him? So what I supposed to do, y'all? What I supposed to do when my crew is like, yo, Dante, we taking charity cases now. We putting our lives on the line to go to war and check dudes over other dudes. And we supposed to do this for free? You see what I'm saying, y'all? Everybody ended up in prison for one reason or another, right? I didn't tell this dude to take his 380 and go to the pool and get the busing, right? I didn't tell this dude to not to be hip. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody, and if you haven't, everybody should know if somebody approach you in prison trying to give you free things that you do not accept it.
I mean, facts, because you know that nothing is really free. I mean, out here in the world, nothing is really free. So definitely in the penitentiary, nothing isn't free. Let's continue.
You would think that. Well, I guess this is the reason why I have to keep telling y'all these type of stories. So eventually somebody will get hip to the game and know what you do and what you don't do in prison. And this is why I tell these stories. Because either, I don't know if dude was just desperate and just took the gifts from Big Larry Messenger. I don't know. I don't know what the real circumstances is. But I do know this, though. Why would I intervene in somebody else's business, right? Where somebody else already got what they... I always tell y'all this. I cannot tell another man how to program. I tell y'all this all the time. I cannot...
Facts. You cannot tell nobody how to program. Let's continue.
Tell another man how to program. But y'all want me to tell another man how to program. Y'all want Dante to be Captain Saver, right? So what happens if I intervene, right? And I let my crew know, like, yo, he under our protection, y'all. If Big Larry try to do something to him, we gon' do something to Big Larry. And then what if one of my guys get poked up? Or if I get poked up, right? And sent to the hospital or the graveyard. Then what? It's too much risk involved. But I know one thing, though. My crew, when it comes to that mighty dollar bill, we are ready and willing to go to war. And 9 times out of 10, when there's an issue or a situation where a guy owe a guy something and they come for us for protection, we'll settle that debt. We'll make most of the time, 99.99% of the time, how we intervene, it ends peacefully. Because make no mistake, don't nobody want to get stabbed. Nobody. And I'm a diplomatic guy. I'm reasonable. And I know it's a burning question in a lot of y'all minds. Y'all be like, yo, Dante, so what if he did get under y'all protection? How would you would have came at Big Larry? I'm going to tell you exactly how we would have came at Big Larry. See, Big Larry was a big dude, a really big dude. And I'll keep it G with y'all. I don't think I could beat Big Larry one-on-one head up. No way, no how. Unless I got a lucky one off and knocked him out, or if I can get behind him, pause, and choke him out. And there's a reasonable way for me to, but head up, I don't think I could beat Big Larry. So what would have happened is we would have caught Big Larry real vulnerable. We would have waited till Big Larry went in the shower. Me and my crew, maybe about 5 or 6 of us, would have came in there with the bangers and our state boots on. And the bangers is the sword of justice, the knives. We would have walked in there on Larry, pulled out the knives. I would have stepped forward and told him, listen.
Can you help us calculate the price of the tamale for wholesale with the 60% margin?
Absolutely. So-and-so, leave him alone. I already got whatever you put out to give him or whatever, that's already in your cell. We would have replaced everything that Big Larry gave him and put it in the cell and let him know, like, hey, that's a no-go. That's out. And 10 times out of 10, unless it's somebody like Sweet Low or KB or Freaky Freddy, I mean, we done put down on him many, many times, and, that's a whole nother story. But 10 times out of 10, dudes gonna comply. Because number one, you don't want to get stabbed. And number two, you done been made whole. Right? So, that's just what it would have been. Now, if he would have kept trying to press the line, well, he would have got aired out in that shower, and it is what it is. Right? Just prison, right? So, that's how we would have handled Big Larry. So, nevertheless, a couple days ago by y'all, and Big Larry is claiming that he's sick. So he's not working in the administration office. He's in.
This dude playing, talking about that he's sick. He know he ain't sick. He trying to get to dude. Let's continue.
The unit, he's in the cell. He's out here in the day room.
And again, out in the day room, but you claiming to be sick. If you was really sick, you would be in your cell, laying down, feeling sick, sick to your stomach, head hurting, all types of things. Definitely don't want to be in the pod with tons of people where I'm sure it's loud and you talk about you sick. Crazy. Let's continue.
He pressing homeboy. But he ain't pressing them in a way like trying to be aggressive on them in a bullying tactic manner and all. He pressing them in a way of like a man that's thirsty of seeing a woman and trying to get with a woman. And every morning I hear him, hey, beautiful. How you doing, beautiful? In the evening, hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. Oh, I like you. I want to do this to you. I want to do that to you.
That's crazy. That would be, I'll be ready to swing. And I'm sure, you see, dude, because he's so the type of guy that likes the push button machines with his whole situation going back to his girl. Now that there's no push button machines, he can't use a push button machine. And so he just got to let dude say these things versus most people who know how to use their hands or ever use their hands or and whatnot. They would have just clocked him one time right back, and had him falling back, That's why it's good for people to have their kids in physical sports like wrestling and karate and things like that, so they can know how to protect themselves too without just instantly referring to grabbing a push button machine. I did like wrestling and karate in my life, so yeah. Let's continue.
Y'all know what this called? He running a sex play on him. By just keep talking to him, trying to wear down his emotional state, trying to wear down his will, right? He's trying to dominate him and insert himself in every aspect of this dude's life. Pause. He's trying to break this dude's will down. Hey, girl, whistling at him. Now it went from him running a sex play on him by talking to him. Now he's walking up behind him, rubbing his shoulders, and dude to shove him off like.
See, that would have been the time right there, definitely. Now you touch me. It should have been 1 clock, boom, he on the floor. Or I would have taken Dante's advice if I was him and would have just let him give me a sword of justice. Let's continue.
Man, go on, chill. Right, it went to that, to him slapped him on the butt. And that's another thing.
And that's the worst part right there. Oh yeah, you go into the upper room after doing something like that. Let's continue.
And y'all, I don't understand these NBA players. I don't understand these athletic dudes that be playing these sports, that be slapping dudes on the butt, man. Who does that? Man, pat me on my shoulder. Give me a dap, a handshake. You know what I'm talking about? Don't you slap me on my ass, bitch, I'm punching you in your mouth.
And that's exactly what I'm saying about dude. That's exactly what he should have did. Clock that dude right in his mouth, and his front teeth would have fell out. But that's exactly what I would have did. He would have never touched nobody else no more. Let's continue.
But that's what he was doing, y'all. So it ain't no different from what Big Larry was doing to this dude of slapping him on the butt to these sports dude. And I don't want to hear it because I know y'all going to be like, no, Dante, that's different. Is it really? Is it really different? I guess the White Howard bring a whole different perspective to that slapping on the ass, right? Right. So, anyway, but hold on, y'all. Pardon me. I forgot. Did y'all hit the like button yet? Because I feel like y'all didn't. But nevertheless, make sure y'all hit the like button. Also, there's a woman that's telling phenomenal stories, y'all, by the name of Stacy Storytime. We need to get over there and show her some love. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to have her channel pinned at the top of the comment section. All right, so y'all make sure y'all go over there and go show her some love. Now, the days will go on, man. The days will go on. And this dude looking like a zombie. It's like Big Larry done wore him out mentally, emotionally, and it looked like physically, right?
Basically, Big Larry is just wearing him down. Basically. Just really acting like he's a girl. Let's continue.
So, it happened. It happened. So I'm out there playing chess with my homeboy Rondell. And, you know, dude over here to the left of me, like 3 tables to the left of me in the day room. And I see Big Larry come in, y'all. And Big Larry sit right next to him and get the whispering in this dude's ear. Normally, dude would fight him, Like, man, watch y'all move, but he don't.
Every month, this Airbnb pays me about $2,700 in semi-passive income. Now, here's the thing. I don't own it, and I don't pay any rent.
He just sits there. He just sits there. And I said, oh, man. So I kicked Rondell under the table with, like, motion to look over there. And about maybe a minute of conversation, a Big Larry in his ear, they both get up and they go to Big Larry's cell. And Big Larry put up a white sheet. Now,
oh man, you know what happened. They both got up, walked to Big Larry's cell, and Big Larry put up a white sheet. You can only imagine what happened. Let's continue.
I don't know what happened in there. I don't even want to think about or try to assume or even try to imagine what happened in that cell. All I know is this. Dude was in that cell for at least 30 minutes. And well, let me tell y'all something. The whole moral of this story right here, it's a lot of morals of this story. I mean, we can go all the way back to the street before he got locked up. Yes, you're supposed to protect your queen.
Yes, you're supposed to protect the person that you're talking to, but there's ways that you can go about it. You can talk to your management at your complex. You can file a complaint. You can file a complaint with your police department regarding harassment. There are multiple different ways that you can go before resulting to using one of those push button machines. Let's continue.
Protect your woman, right? But ladies, I need for y'all to pay attention too. Never put your man in a situation where, he can get locked up or get his life taken.
Yes, you should definitely, on both sides, make sure that your significant other is not in a situation. So, in that case, as a woman, like how this guy said, talk to his woman about, going swimming in their complex. I guess in her mind, we pay to live here, I should be able to do this. Yes. But to make it where your dude don't have a lot of issues, like I said, you guys could file a complaint with all the different people, the police department, your housing people. You could possibly consider why all that is getting solved, possibly going swimming like at a YMCA or something like that as well too. Don't put your partner in a situation as well too. Let's continue. And that's on both sides, men and women.
You got to check out the environment. And the environment they was in is a lot of these thirsty dudes that was real disrespectful and trying to get at her. And, unfortunately, dude had to pay the price. And I know y'all going to say, well, she should have the freedom to go to the pool without getting harassed. But, hey, this is just what it is, man. This is just what it is. Because on the flip side, now homeboy is in here doing 45 years and she cut him off, right? And he just got his manhood allegedly taken. So it's like, was it worth it? The second moral of the story is that if you go to even jail, even to the county, if somebody come to you, right, giving you all this food and hygiene and so-called looking out for you, and you don't know that person in real life, man, you better turn that down. You better turn it down. Because ain't nothing, I repeat, there is nothing for free in prison. Not even Dante Protection Services is free. You gotta have that bread. And some of you cats be talking about, oh, Dante, you wasn't running no protection scheme. You was running the extortion. No, I didn't. I never approached anybody with putting down on them, telling them you gonna pay me and my homies to live. No, it was quite the opposite. Now I have approached people and, that looked like they was vulnerable or they looked like they were scared and looked like they really need protection. And I offered them, just like out of business, marketing. I didn't go in there with a knife talking about, man, you gonna pay me for protection. No. I go in there and tell them, like, listen, this is how this is. If you want to have a smooth ride and don't have to worry about the prison politics and worry about, people trying to get at you, pay me this fee and I got you. You ain't got to worry about nobody trying to press you, take something from you, none of that. And if they say no, well, then, hey, I wash my hands. I'm not coming back and having my boys go rob them or nothing. Nah, we don't do that. So, hey, it is what it is. Again, y'all, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all go over there to Stacy's story time and show her some love. Like I said, I have her channel pinned at the top of the comment section. And with that, y'all, I'm gone.
So, yeah, that is was a crazy one. Yeah, Big Larry is something else. Yeah, I mean, pressuring that man, acting like he was a girl, giving him things, having other people deliver things, like somebody in high school or something like that, trying to date him, pushing up on him, touching him, all that, knowing that he wasn't tough like that, just wrong. Let me know what y'all think. I'll love to hear your thoughts. I'll have Dante's video pinned at the top of the chat as always, and the link also in the description. And yeah, this is crazy. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Be safe out here. And try to settle your differences before pushing buttons on push button machines, because those aren't in prison. The only thing you go into prison with is your hands, and somebody will probably also give you a sword of justice. That's it. Be mindful. Peace.